Very good morning to all of you. I hope my screen is visible. In our previous session, we have seen some of the string buffer methods, right? That insert, append, reverse, delete, such kind of methods we have seen, right? Set length, what is the capacity of string buffer, that thing. After that, we have started with the wrapper classes. In that we have seen some of the common methods, and now today we are going to start with each and every class, right? That how many different wrapper classes we are having and what kind of method we are having, what is auto boxing, what is unboxing, that thing also we'll see with example. Okay? Wherever the examples and everything is taken from some source, so that like Java point or something, so it is mentioned in PPT. Rest of the things are from the Herbert Schild, the complete reference. Okay. Okay, fine. So we'll start again from here. So here each and every wrapper class that implement the method specific to each data type except the void class, right? Because void class is just to fulfill that it is created, right? Otherwise, no such methods are there in void class, right? There is nothing inside the void class. We don't have any further methods which we can call, right? But it is just a kind of placeholder, right? For the primitive data type void. Okay. So here you are having some of the common methods. In that you have seen this class type. So when you will learn this auto unboxing and the auto boxing and the unboxing, sorry. So at that time you will get to understand that where you are creating any kind of object of your wrapper class, and that you need to convert into a normal variable, right? So at that time this thing is required to a particular type you are converting. So we will see the example, don't worry about it, right? Then here you will be having type value, any of the data type and its value, say suppose int value, int value, double value, short value, such kind of, right? Then hash code, but that we are not using much, it is given, so it's fine. Then to string, because every term we will convert into to string, right? And boolean equals, that you already know, right? If I'm having two short objects or two integer objects, so I'll simply compare that I1 dot equals I2 or not, both the objects are having same value or not. I just need to check that, because now onwards are all the data types are the classes, and classes, for that we can create the objects, and for the object we can check these two objects are similar or not, their values are same or not. That we can check via equals function, or you can say method, right? And then value of, here you can pass even a string as well as radix. By default, if you are not giving, then it would be decimal. But if you are specifying that whatever the string you have given in binary, their decimal value will be printed. Whatever the value you have given in the hexadecimal, means 16, so it can be just converted into the decimal. So it will just give you the equivalent decimal of any radix. Okay. If still you are not getting, that is fine. We will see the example. Don't worry. Okay. So here, what you are doing is you are giving this class type and type. So here, say suppose I'm having a character class. So I'm creating the object of that class. So character C1 equals to new character. So this is your class type. And here you are giving that particular type data, right? So this is X or anything. Then type value. So type value means here I'm having care C2. So have you seen this C is the small, and here I have written care. Care means this is my data type. And care C2 equals to the C1 is what? That is object of class character. So once I am having class, another type I am having data type. Data type class, right? Here the C1 is object, C2 is variable of care type. Getting this thing? Yes or no? So here what we
Yes.
need is, yes, here what we need is we want conversion. Because if once I have created my class, so that object I need to convert into my normal variable care. Or it would be something like every time I would be having character, then integer, then float, then double. These are my data types, right? Byte and so on. But now what I'm having is, say suppose I'm having this object, right? And here I'm giving some value, say suppose y or something like this, any single character. But now I want that whatever the value is having C1, that same value I want in my C2. But C2 is what? That is my normal variable of character data type. So I cannot directly write like this, that C2 is equals to C1. Though this thing is also possible after Java 5. Okay, but this is what we are learning. That is this theory and this some of the methods of the wrapper class which is provided before the Java 5 version. Before that, it was not automatic. Okay, so you have to convert it first. So how you are converting? You are writing that the C1 dot care value. So C1 dot character value that you are converting, and then you are assigning this to this C2. But now we are having auto boxing and unboxing. So that term you will learn today, don't worry, right? This thing will be automatically, okay? So fine, but still we are having this method. So I've just introduced, okay, that why it is required. Then here we are having this to string. So say suppose I'm having C1, in that I'm having only X, but now I'm converting into the string. Whatever it is, say suppose I'm having integer I equals to new integer, and I'm passing some value, say suppose 654 or like this. So this I is having 654 value, okay? It is not string, it is a value. And now I want to convert it finally into the string, then I need to write in SOP that I dot to string. Okay, so that will be converted into the string, and I can even calculate the length of it. So this I dot to string, whatever I'm doing, I'll assign this to some string. So string str equals to I dot to string. So now finally in str, I am having string 654, something like this. So I can even calculate what is the length of this str dot length. I can even calculate this. So it will give me 3, right? Okay. So this is what I'm doing. Any integer value, any double, any float, any character, I'm converting into to string if it is required, right? You can do this. Equals method that you already know. Value of that also I said to you, right? That whatever you are giving, that 101, that is in binary, what will be printed over here as B1? If I'll write this in system.out.println B1, what will be printed? Let me know. Yes. What will be printed? Hello, sleeping, everyone? Yes, 5. Okay, good. Nice, right? Because 101, it means it's decimal 5. Yes, correct. Henil, Anjali, Janvi, Viraj, Ritesh. Good. 5 persons are learning. All the others are sleeping. Is it so? Good. Okay, Vedant. Fine. Now from here we need to start, right? Because some of the things we have seen in our previous lecture. So we'll start with this, a very first class, that is Boolean, byte and short. Boolean class is only having a single method, that get Boolean, and you are giving over here the string name. Okay. So at that time, what will happen? What is the use of this method? Can anyone tell me this? Hmm? First of all, this method is the static one. Okay. So whatever I'm having, I don't need to create the object of Boolean class. I mean, like this. I don't require to create Boolean object. B is equals to new Boolean and so on. Okay. This is what I'm doing. Second thing, here I can directly call this get Boolean, right? And you can give in a string like true or false. Okay. So here I can call this with the name of class only. Why? In at every time I'll repeat this. Okay. If your method is static, if there is written as a static, you can see, right? This static methods you can call directly by your class name. This thing you will learn. Don't worry if you don't know why and so. This thing you will learn in your very next unit or very next to next unit, right? Static methods don't require objects to call. Okay? Instead, you can use class name to call. Okay? This is what you can. Done? So Boolean dot get Boolean. This is what the method, and whatever you are passing, that will be assigned to somewhere. Okay. So this class is only having single method. We don't have any example of this and all, right? Because it is not so important. It would be having the member constant like true and false, right? Then we are having byte and short class, which are somehow important. Byte class is having first method, which is parse byte, right? And here also you can pass the radix. Huh? You can give the string, you can give the radix, or you can directly give the string, which will be treated as your, you can say the decimal one, or whatever the value you are passing, that will be treated right over here. Or you can even give the value as a normal one, but you you have to do the typecasting over there. Say suppose you can create like this, byte b is equals to new byte, and here you can give any of the values. Say suppose 45. So this is what we are giving generally. So this 45 will be assigned to your object b, which is of type byte. Okay. If you don't want to give the string, then you have to write like this, and then you can assign. Okay. So that is another way, but that we are not seeing right now. Okay. We are just giving everything as a string. Okay. So here, if I have written 65, the 65 will be your decimal value. But if I am saying 101, so I need to specify the radix, that this value is in binary. So please convert it into the decimal and then store into B. Okay. So for that, what you need to do, you have to write parse byte method. which is a static one. So how you can call that? Parse byte with the use of your class name, that is byte dot parse byte. This is how you can give. Directly you cannot assign it, right? Clear this thing? You cannot give direct value like this, as whenever you are creating any string. If it is a normal value, then you can give like this: byte b is equals to new byte and some value like 45. So this is you can give. But if you wish to give your value in some radix, uh, that could be the binary or it could be the hexadecimal, anything, then you have to use this parse byte, and then you can assign to your any of the object. I hope this is clear. Yes or no? Though we will see the example, don't worry. Clear? Yes. Okay. Then we are having this short class, so you will be having that short value, double value, float value, same way. This method we have seen, na? This type value. So that is only the method. Here you can write byte value or short value or something like this, right? So that we are having here, short value. Okay. So here we have finished this byte and short classes, right? I'll directly show you the example. So here I've created one class which is byte demo, and in that I've given the value to this b1, which is something like value of. This way also I can give the value, right? Value of this. So value of any binary value you have given, then you have to specify the radix. That way also you can give the value to this particular object. So I can even write like this, that what I said is right, byte b is equals to new byte, and I can give the value over here, anything. Okay. But here what I'm doing is I have given the value to my this b1 object with this value of function. Yes. Okay. Right. So that value will be assigned over here to this b1. Then I'm simply printing that value, that b1 object is this. Then what I'm doing, I'm showing you another way that how you can do this parse byte. Over there also you can directly give this value, any of the value, and you can give it into the parse byte. Or you can use the same, huh? You can use this and the radix. That is also allowed, right? These two methods, this value of and parse byte, they both are the static type. And whenever the method is static one, you can call that method with the class name. Okay, so that is why I've called this method with the class name. Right. So here the 36 will be assigned to B2, and it will print what is B2. Okay. Then here I'll be having mean value and max value. These two are kind of final static variables. Okay. These are the final static variables. Final in Java means constant in C++. Okay. So they are the fixed one. You cannot change it. You cannot do mean value plus plus. You cannot do this, right? You cannot change the value of this. And these two are the variables which is given us as a constant variable, as well as they are the static variables. So if they are the static one, you can simply call, or you can simply print it with the use of what? Class name. So that is why I have written over here byte dot this and byte dot this. Mean and max. Mean, then underscore and value. All will be in capital only. If you will write in small, you will get an error. because Java is the case sensitive, all capital, mean value and the max value. Every class is having this too. So what they will show you, mean value and the max value. What they will show you, yes, what they will show you, not exactly Viraj, because here we can even consider the negative, right? So it will show you minus 128 to plus 127, right? Every class is having this, right? Even short. So for that also we will be having mean and max. For integer we are having float, we are having double, we are having, right? So every class is having mean and max value. So here if we'll run this, first this I'll comment because this is not of use right now. Here I'm having B1 object that is 55 because this whatsoever I have written in the binary that is 55 in decimal. So they are showing me 55. Here I have given 36 only. So they will simply show me this 36. Right. Whatever I have passed as a string that will be converted into the byte. So my B2 will be 36. And then I have printed mean value and the max value. So minus 128 to 127. That is your range. Hear this thing? Yes or no? Right? So here also you can have this parse byte and you can give any string and the radix. So that will be printed that this 101 is nothing but the 5. So 5 will be given to the bit. Right? Or you can use this value of any one you can use. Fine? Clear this thing? Okay. Same way you are having for short, right? Almost all the methods are very similar. So I have taken one or two classes, right? Here you just need to change, instead of short, you can write integer. So that way you can run the same program, right? But I am using right now byte and short, only two classes I'm showing you, okay? If further examples are required, then you can tell me. Okay. So here what I have done is I have taken short s1 is equals to new short. You can give directly the values like this, that what I have shown to you even in the byte. You can give any value like this. So that what I am giving, that my short object s1 will be having 6523. Then I'll simply print that value, that 2 into s1 dot short value. Now here I'm multiplying with my normal integer variable, and here I am having s1 that is of my class object. S1 is not my normal short data type variable. One is object and one is normal variable. So how I can multiply object with normal variable 2? How you can do this? Right? So at that time, again, this is, see, they are saying that unnecessary unboxing means after Java 5 versions, they are allowing to do directly also. You can do this, right? But here what we have done, we are having type value function, if you remember. So that what I'm using here, type value, this one. So I'm converting into your data type. Here I was having character C2 and here I'm having this C1 as the object. So that object I need to convert into normal data type value and then I can do any kind of arithmetic operation. So that what I have done over here. Here I'll do that S1 dot short value. So this will be converted into short and then it will be multiplied with 2 and that's what we will print here in this SOP, right? Then another one, short dot value of. I have used over here value of function where I'm giving some value in hexadecimal. right? Because I have given my radix as 16, right? So this 2BF will be converted into the decimal and it will be stored in my S2. Okay, so I'll write over here decimal equivalent of any hex number S2, this one. Okay, then I can even check that equivalent value for any other data type. Like here I am checking for byte equivalent. So byte equivalent of short means S1 dot byte value. So whatsoever you are having this 6523, that will be converted into byte and then it will be printed because I am converting it into the byte value. So you already know that the byte will be having its range between minus 128 to 127, or we can only consider the positive number, then it is 0 to 255. So what it will do, it will just divide with the range and whatsoever the remainder will be there, that will be your answer. Okay, so same way you can convert it into integer, you can convert it into float, you can convert it into double. That way you can just change over here the type. That's it. Value will be as it is. Here you can write float value, double value, integer value, short value, anything. Yes or no? You are getting the things or not? That is why I am showing you directly with the example. So you can connect it. You can connect to it, right? Okay, fine. And again I said that minimum value and the maximum value will be there. So short is having what kind of range, that it will show you. So simply I'll run this. So here S1 object into 2. Okay, so 2 into whatsoever the value I'm having, so that will be 13046. Then I am having decimal equivalent of this hexadecimal number 2BF, that is converted into the decimal and it is 703. Okay, then S1 dot byte value, I was having this S1 is 6523 and that I have converted into bytes, so remainder would be 123. You can check it out by your own, right? And then mean value and the max value, so minus 32768 to plus 32767. That was the range of integer in your C language, if you remember, right? Now because the short is having 2 bytes, right? So they are simply showing you the range. So clear this thing, right? Clear? Very good. Very nice. Okay. Then we are having another important class, which is character class. Character class is a very rich class which will be having so many methods with it. So very first method is lowercase, is uppercase. Now you have to remember one thing, that any method which will start with is, okay, is, they are asking you actually the question. Okay, any method will get start with is, it means that you have to understand the return type will be Boolean. This is what the tips I am giving you. Okay, just to remember that any method is getting start with is means they are asking that is this character is in uppercase. So the answer would be either yes or no, right? So that would be the Boolean. So either true or false. Okay. So is lowercase, is uppercase. So what would be the return type? You can check here. It's a Boolean. So we are checking that particular character. If I'm giving over here that I'm creating first of all the object of character class. So character C is equals to new character and I'm giving small g. And now I'm simply checking in my Boolean variable that character dot, because is lower class, is upper class, again they are the static method. And if they are the static, you can directly call that with the use of class name. Every time I'll repeat this, so at least it will be in your mind. Okay, so character dot is lowercase and you are giving this C. So what will be the answer? True or false? Whatever the character you have provided, that is in lowercase or not? They are asking this. So that would be what? Answer would be what? True, right? Yes, correct. Very nice. So that would be true. Okay. Second method is, and here if I'll use this is uppercase, then it will simply give me false, right? Because my character is not in uppercase. Very simple methods we are having. Okay. Then another method is there is digit. Because in character you can provide anything, no? In this character, say suppose I'm having this character C1 is equals to new character. Okay, so I can give over here in the single quotation either A to Z, they are the alphabets, or I can even provide 0, or I can write 1 or 2 or something like this. So I can even provide digits over here. So now I'll check for the digit, that is this one is digit or not. Okay, so again you can check. This method is getting started with what? Is. Is means they are asking you the question. Okay, so that is true or false. So again the return type would be Boolean. So this is only the tip that you have to remember. Any of the method which is getting started with is, its return type will be Boolean only. Okay, again this is the static method, so you can call with the class name. So character dot is digit 7 I have given. So what it will return? True, because this character is the digit. Okay. Now again you are giving anything like slash t or white space or slash b or something like that. So at that time it will be treated as a space, right? No. So for that also you can check that character dot e space and slash t, if you are giving it means that is space. Yes, so correct means it will return true. Fine, clear this thing. Now here the method is different. Here is two lowercase and two uppercase, so their return type will not be Boolean. It will not. Instead of that, they are giving me the character after converting into lowercase and after converting to uppercase. Okay, so its return type will be character. Okay, so here I'm giving any of the character which is there in the small caps, and I'm saying that to uppercase, so that will be converted into uppercase and that will be stored in C1. Very simple. Yes or no? If I am giving any of the uppercase letter, that will be converted into lowercase and that will be stored in C2. Okay. So that is two lowercase and two uppercase. Means any of the character you are converting into upper and lower cases. Fine. Okay. Then digit. Here have you seen this? Only digit. It is not is digit. That is different. And this one is different. Digit. In this digit, what you are giving is static integer digit, character ch, integer radix. What is the return type? Integer. As the name itself says, it is digit. Digit means either 0 or 1 or 2 or 4 or something till 9. So whatever is written type, that is integer 1. You are giving in character that character C1 equals to 4. And here you are giving character C2 is equals to C. What you are doing is integer 4 is equals to character dot digit. Character dot digit. Whatever you have passed C1, you need to convert it into decimal. So I have given 10. Okay. Fine. So finally it will be stored as an integer 4. You can understand this thing. What I was having as a character 4, that is finally there as my integer 4. Okay. in integer. So only 4 in decimal. Fine. The same way I am having this C. C I have given, that is my character C, but you can understand that in the hexadecimal this C represents what? 12. Yes, no? So what I am giving is character dot digit, this C2, that I have represented as what? In hexadecimal. So I am giving redis 16. So that will be converted in integer as 12. Fine. So any doubt in this? Yes or no? Any doubt in this? Okay. Fine. Good. Good. Very good. Okay. Then 4 digit. This is another method, 4 digit. So here I'm having a character. This is again a static method, right? It will return you character. I am giving integer, but it will convert it into the character finally. Okay, so this is 4 digit. 4 digit means you won't be having any integer data type. Instead of that, it will return you the character. 4 digit, integer digit, and integer radix. These two things you are giving. So here I am having integer I is equals to 9. Okay. And here I am storing that in character C is equals to character dot 4 digit. This is I, but by mistake this is in the capital I. The small I am passing and I'm giving that the radix is 10. So this is in decimal. So that will be stored as like this 9. Okay. I am providing as like this integer I is equals to 9. So this is my decimal value, integer value. But now I want to store it into character. So what I'm doing is I'm having a method character dot 4 digit. So I'll use over here character dot 4 digit. And here I'm passing this I, the small I, and it is in decimal. That's what I am saying. So it will store my 9 into the character. Okay, and that I'm storing somewhere. So that is my normal char C equals to this. Okay, normal data type. Fine. Now I'm having integer and long class. So I'm having this normal method parse int. What it will do, you already know, right? You can even do this parse int. You can provide the string as well as the radix, or you can only provide the string that will be converted into your integer I. Okay, so integer I is equals to new integer 17. This way also you can give, right? But where the range problem is there, at that time you need to typecast, because I'll give the value like 653. So what will happen if this is what we are giving for the byte, right? So I need to do the typecast over there, and that I can convert it into byte, and then it will be stored to my byte variable. But here you can give directly because by integer is having 4 bytes. Okay. Then float f is equals to I dot float value. So whatever the value I am having in I, that is 17, that 17 I need to convert into float, and that will be stored into one float. Okay, so because I is what? Object. I is not my normal variable, integer inti. Instead of that, it is my class object. So object dot float value. So it is 17.0, and that will be stored into this f. Okay. Get integer the same way you can get the integer value. You are giving any of the string name, that will be converted into integer. Okay. Float, again one important method, that is nan. Is nan means not a number. N-A-N. Don't write like this N-N, okay, or don't write like this N-A-N. It is already given capital N, small a, again capital N, okay. That is only the method, not a number. So again it starts from is, so you can simply understand what should be the return type of this method. It would be Boolean, right? So it will return you true or false. So here what is there? Double D1 is equals to new double 23.70, some number I have given. And now I am checking that D1 dot is NaN, it's not a number, so it will return you false. Why? Because it is a number. It is a number. Okay. Clear this thing? If here I'll pass any of the string or something like that, so at that time what will happen? It will return you true because that is not a number. You are giving some of the alphabets or something like this. It is not a number. So it will return you true. But here it is a number and you are asking that it is not a number. No, but it is a number. So it is false. Getting this thing? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Is infinite. That is again another method, right? So is infinite number is there or not? That you are checking. You can even search for some of the methods by your own. Because every method I have not included, though I have tried around, I think 1 or 2 methods I have not included. Otherwise, every method is here. Okay. Is infinite will check whether the float value is infinite or not, right? Negative infinity and the positive infinity, that you know better than me maybe in the maths, right? So is any number is infinite or not, that it will return. Okay, again it will be a Boolean kind of, right? Then void class. Void class has no constructors, no methods, only one member, that is a type. Type means void. Okay, that's it. So here we have done almost all the classes, and now I'll explain this what is autoboxing and what is unboxing. Okay, what is autoboxing? The automatic conversion of primitive data type into its corresponding wrapper class, that is known as autoboxing. What it means? Whatever the primitive data type that you need to convert into your corresponding wrapper class. So it is something like from int to intger, something like this. So this is your normal data type and this is your corresponding wrapper class. Okay. For example, this byte to byte, character to character, integer to integer. You can check a very first letter, that is small, which is your data type, and first letter capital, that is your wrapper class. Okay, float to float, boolean to boolean, double to double, and short to short. Since Java 5, we do not need to use value of method of wrapper class to convert into the primitive into the objects, which is not required now onwards. Okay, fine. That what I have already explained. Then also we'll see one example. Here I'm having integer a is equals to 20. This is my int. Int means my normal data type. I'm having variable a equals to 20. Now what I'm doing is integer I. So here this I is my object of my wrapper class integer. So what I need to do, I need to convert it with the value of that integer dot value of this a, this 20, that will be converted and given to my integer I, which is my object. So here what we are doing, converting int into integer explicitly. Okay, this is what we are doing. That is known as auto boxing here. Here it would be auto boxing. This one is not, because this is what we are doing explicitly, which is now onwards not required after Java 5. So what I can do, I can simply write integer j is equals to a. See this. This is known as autoboxing. Now the compiler will write integer dot value of a internally. You don't have to write. Compiler will do this task for you. I hope you are getting this thing. Again, I'll repeat this over here. If you are having integer a is equals to 20, right? And you are creating any object over here, that integer I is equals to new integer or something like this. So over there, what you need to do is, at that time, here you have to give this value to integer dot value of. So here you can write, because this value is the static one. So you can call with the class name integer dot value. O would be capital O F. And then you can pass this A over here. Right? This is what you are doing explicitly. But you don't have to do this now onwards. You can directly write like this, integer I equals to A. So this is perfectly correct. Okay. You don't have to use this value of method. Clear this thing, yes or no? Any doubt in this? Yes, Ritesh. Okay, clear. Fine. So here you can print this A, I, and J. Both, all these three variables will be having value 20, 20, and 20. So 3 times 20, 20, 20 will be printed. First, this A, that is your normal variable, then integer I, that is your object, integer J, that is your object. All are having the same value. Now the unboxing. Here you are doing just reverse of that. Automatic conversion of wrapper type into its corresponding primitive data type. That is known as the unboxing. It is the reverse process of the autoboxing. Since Java 5, you do not have to use this int value or type value. You are having that function, not type value. Type value. This function was there, right? This you don't have to use now onwards. And if you are doing the reverse, then you don't have to use value of function. This two you don't have to use after Java 5. One is doing autoboxing and one is doing unboxing automatically. Okay. So since Java 5, you have to use this int value or type value. But here I have taken the example of integer, so I have written int value. But you can consider here type value method of wrapper class to convert the wrapper type into primitive data type. Right. So again, you can see over here integer a is equals to new integer and 3. So here I am passing 3. That is my integer value, right? So integer I is equals to a dot integer value. This is what I need to do when I am having any value in my object and which I need to assign to my any normal variable. So this we have seen at the time of that character class, right? But this is what you are doing, converting integer to int explicitly. But now it is not required to use this int value. Instead of that, you can do integer j is equals to a, right? So a is the object and here j is your normal variable. But then also you can do this because of this feature unboxing. Okay. Now the compiler will write that a dot integer value internal. You don't have to write. So a, I, and j both will print 3, 3, and 3. So here we have finished our second unit. Any doubt regarding this? Anything? Any question? Okay, very nice. So we can start with the third unit next time. We will directly start with third unit. We have finished first and second. Okay, one more example is there, this wrapper class demo. ToString method I'll show you. Here I have done what? Integer my int equals to 5. This is also the correct, and you can excuse me. You can even write like this. Both are the correct one. In both the way you can write. Okay. Unnecessary boxing to integers. See, they are showing this. So you don't have to write this much long way, right? Instead of that, you can directly write integer my int equals to 5. So that is also correct. And here, this is also the correct one, right? But you don't have to do this. Instead of that, you can write like this. Same way for the double, you can write. For the character, you can write like this. And now you are printing that this dot int value. So you are converting it into the integer value, you are converting into the double value, and you are converting into the character value. So why you are doing this? Because you want to unbox from your wrapper class to primitive data type, right? This is what you are doing, though it is not required, but still I'm just showing you this method. Okay. And I've given you the example of this to string, right? That say suppose I'm having integer a is equals to 100. So this is my a is the object which is having value 100, and now I'm converting this object to string. So now finally this will be treated as like this. It is like this now. So I am giving this to string my string, and now I can even check for the length. My string dot length. It will show you 3. Right? I'll run this and we can wind up this session. Okay, so they are showing you at very first this is 5. Okay, then 5.99, that is your double class, and then a, that is your character. So 5, 5.99 and a, and here you are finding the length of this. So first you are converting into to string, and then you can find the length. So it will show you 3. So I hope this thing is clear. Byte demo. Yes. Okay. Done? No more questions? Fine. So now you can write down your numbers in sequence, please. Okay. Number 1, 2, Rahil. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chalo, quickly. You may leave the meet once you are writing your number, right? Shreya, Jay, Vishnu, Kirtan, Kushal, you may leave the meet.